Plants are essential to all life on Earth. From the air we breathe to the food we eat, we wouldn't exist without plants. 40% of the known species of the world are threatened with extinction. Threats to plants are global. Most people think about plants being endangered in tropical rainforests around the world, but plants are endangered right here in Minnesota.
If rare plants were to disappear, we don't know exactly what would happen, mostly because so many species are connected to each other. So if we lose species, especially rare ones, we may be losing really important information and really important members of a whole plant and animal community. Another thing that we'd be losing is some of our heritage in Minnesota. We have a lot of really interesting plants in the state. People have no idea we have native cacti, we have native orchids, and we have native carnivorous plants. It's a big chunk of our state that we're losing.
There's still a lot about rare plants in Minnesota that we don't know or understand. Rare plants are often found in small, isolated populations scattered throughout the state. They might be in hard-to-reach areas. So the lack of information on rare plant species impacts our conservation efforts because we can't adequately plan for and conserve rare species if we don't have the information for those species. We need to know where they are, how they're doing, and what threats they are facing in the wild so we can adequately make plans and policies to help conserve these species.
Botanic gardens play a really important role in conserving the world's flora. The Arboretum is uniquely positioned, given that we're in the state and part of the University of Minnesota, working with researchers and with the Department of Natural Resources of the state to understand plants that are threatened and how we can help to preserve those plants through our conservation efforts.
We are a conservation program here at the Arboretum that's focused on rare species conservation. We work all around the state, so you don't see us a lot here at the Arboretum. In Minnesota, there are about 1,700 native plant species. About 300 of those are rare in some form or another. And that could be that they are disappearing. That could be that there just aren't that many to begin with. They're rare because we, people, are directly impacting their land through development, or we are indirectly impacting native landscapes by climate change or by irrigation.
Throughout its history, the Arboretum has been acquiring land locally here in Carver County to preserve it for future generations. Now's the time, if we're going to invest in expanding our footprint, to think critically about what our goals are.
In Minnesota, restoration is really important because we are losing land to land conversions. We've lost over 50% of our wetlands, whether that's due to agricultural expansion or subdivision or highway expansion. We've also only have 1 to 2% of our original prairies existing right now. A lot of our threatened and endangered species really rely heavily on habitat restoration because they are so impacted by habitat loss. Right now, our natural resources team is consisting of 6 people, and we take care of over 600 acres of natural areas. A great example of one of our restoration projects we've had at the Landscape Arboretum is Spring Peeper Meadow. Back in the 90s, the nation was watching this project. They took an old agricultural field of reeking grass and corn and transformed it into a sedge meadow, emergent marsh, and wet prairie. Over the years, this turned into a beautiful wetland restoration that has set a precedent like no other, and everyone has taken that as an example moving forward in wetland restoration. In addition to Spring Peeper Meadow, some of the other projects across the landscape include Tamarack Lake, Savick Pollinator Meadow, and Bennett Johnson Prairie. Bennett Johnson Prairie is the oldest restored prairie in the state, and we are lucky to have it here on site the Arboretum. This started back in the 50s, restoring old land and turning it into a prairie, and now it is a lush, restored, diverse prairie you can see on 3 Mile Drive. We also have current parcels right now that we are looking to restore in the near future on Lake Tamarack that will hopefully be supporting our rusty patch bumblebee. Having projects across the landscape help have connectivity for habitat for wildlife and provide ecosystem services for the whole metro area, not just the Arboretum.
Minnesota Plant Watch is a partnership program between the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources and the University of Minnesota Landscape Arboretum Plant Conservation Program. We are a program that works with and trains volunteers to conduct rare plant surveys across the state, as well as to collect seed for our seed banking at our rare plant seed bank here at the Landscape Arboretum. As our volunteers travel across the state, they go into habitats and they look for rare plant species. If they can find them, they'll document them for us. They'll take photos. They may even collect seed that they'll bring back to our rare plant seed bank so that we can preserve the genetics of these populations. Without collaboration, we wouldn't be able to achieve the conservation successes that we've seen in Minnesota.
When the Arboretum was born, it quickly became a place of beauty, a place where people would come and relax and enjoy nature. But as the world has changed, as we've learned more about how people are affecting the world, it's been important to me that a garden like this is not just about beauty anymore. It's about making a change. It's a place of preserving that beauty outside of where we are.
The Arboretum was founded on the generosity of community. The land that we're on today was purchased by partners and garden clubs that saw a vision for a public garden here. And our connection with the university helps us to have greater impact. Many things that we're doing at the Arboretum are just starting to scratch the surface on what we can achieve as a community. When I think about plant conservation and land conservation at the Arboretum, it's going to be a major pillar of our strategic plan over the next 5 years, really amplifying the partnerships to achieve new success in those spaces.
The Fund and Need in 2020 had a big impact on the plant conservation program. It got us a vehicle. We need to get around the state and the surrounding region where we're working now to get to the plants, select seed, to do the rescues. We are constantly expanding. There's increasing requests for our help from all over the place. So it's really important that we don't just tread water, that we keep moving forward, and this funding will really help us do that.
Because of you, we can continue caring for Minnesota's plants, advancing our conservation efforts, and ensuring the Arboretum thrives for generations to come. Thank you.